aka Padders. Welcome. I'm Peter A. DeLuca, aka Pad, your host for everything movies on aka Pad's Audio Audacity podcast. That's right. I put my name above the title of this podcast because, unlike a lot of film discussioners, I put my money where my mouth is. And we're still on, we took a little bit of a break. I'll get into that. But we're on this run of Netflix, a obsessive run, because if you're not obsessive about something, you cannot dissect it. You cannot understand it. Even if it's your job and you're reviewing a movie and you're doing a quick YouTube video or a quick write-up just for the clicks, just to even be timely. Do you realize all the traffic I missed by not jumping on some of these COVID film releases? It's a lot. But we're doing Netflix because we're analyzing and mulling over, getting deep into this is the greatest film studio of the modern era. What Netflix does, it's extraordinary. It's a precedent. It's to be admired and it's to be studied. And I monitor, record, consume a ton of content. No one's really doing this. And because of that, I'm more into it because I feel like we're doing something original here. This is uncharted territory. The greatest actress today, let's get into the movie real quick, is Amy Adams. Amy Adams is our greatest actress. Lois Lane. And we have Joe Wright. And we have a movie called The Woman in the Window, 2021. The world, the universe seemed to have let this movie pass them by. Isn't that crazy? So let's get through that intro real quick, and we'll get to it. Everyone, a little bit of a delay there. I do apologize because I've had nothing but major setbacks. Big family vacation, which I told you about. But after that, it's been setbacks, and then I was on this drawing deadline. Dark Hero, this one collaborative crowdfunding project completely fell apart, as I was holding it, figuratively. But I've been, still watching Netflix and still going. My girlfriend and I, we managed to watch this movie because I just had a feeling it was maybe an update on Rear Window. I'm like, okay, let's just watch Amy Adams in Rear Window. Let's do it. She doesn't know any of that. She doesn't know Rear Window, doesn't know Alfred Hitchcock. She'll probably call him Albert Hitchcock. So we sit down and we watch this movie. And it's one of those movies. And I always go back to the first time I saw David Finch's The Game, where I'm just guessing. I'm guessing throughout the movie. I'm trying to figure it out. And as I've gotten older and consumed more movies, this is trickier and trickier because you kind of outthink yourself. And you try and really see where storylines are going, or to discover what the point of the movie is and the intent, which is really where a lot of filmmakers fall today. They just don't handle that very well at all. Been very vocal on this. But we have this attempt here, and it's not a perfect movie. And this movie's stacked. Julianne Moore, Gary Oldman. This movie is stacked. And the movie doesn't quite land. But that doesn't mean it's not a good movie. Because I think the journey to figure it out, to see how it unravels, that's the point of the movie. Now, every movie, you need an ending because people have to kind of get on with their lives. They have to leave the theater. The ending is formulaic, it's contrite, it's tropic. Visually, though, it's fantastic. It sticks with you. So Joe Wright wins on that exchange. And then on top of all this, we have Amy Adams in what at one time, and this is the big the big thing that sticks out with me when it comes to this movie. The big thing, okay? It's that it looks like it was going to go into a psychological, like, thriller, like a full, like, mind fuck. Because she's taking these drugs and she's like OCD and she has that disease or that fear of leaving the house. People around her seem to notice she has like a weird guy living in her like basement apartment. And you think like eventually like all these elements are going to come together and like the guy's not living in the basement and she's really she's the one killing the people and she has a split personality and she takes these drugs and they make her like black out. None of that happened. But holy crap. A well-crafted movie is that it keeps you like it's this is the definition of a well-crafted movie, because the filmmaking is so much on point that, like all these elements coming together when we talk movies: sound, visual, acting, costumes, set decoration, like all these elements come together, even the catering. And the filmmaking is so on point that it's fun to watch. It's fun to try and guess. It's fun to try and figure it out. It's baiting us to do that. It is a interactive movie, and we really do have Amy Adams, who it's hard not to argue she's the top dog. All right, the top wolfette in the actress game. She's really good too in this one HBO. She's like a reporter that scars herself, and she's in like I think Louisiana, and that's like a six episode series. She's fantastic in that. She's good in this, and she's fantastic in our next episode too, episode 281, which is like Billy Ellingeen. I can never remember that. So we have to talk Joe Wright. He's the guy that made this movie. We really do know him. He came onto the scene in 2005, Pride and Prejudice. I remember, like I do. Ooh, got a phone there. I remember this movie, like taking over. Okay, like very popular. Every few years we get Pride and Prejudice update, and it's almost like a round robin of up and comers. You think something like that would be reserved for Romeo and Juliet, but it's really not. 2007 we have Atonement. If you're not paying attention, you get those two movies mixed up. 2009, the huge overlooked Soloist with Jamie Foxx and Robert Downey Jr. Fantastic movie. 2011, leading into Amazon Prime series, we have Hannah. Very cool child assassin movie. Maybe the best child assassin movie. Anna Karina. 2015, we have Pan with Hugh Jackman. That's a tough one. Pan is a tough movie. Then he's back, somewhat in the award season contention with Darkest Hour, Winston Churchill. And then we have, 2021. So big gap. I mean, he's been somewhat consistent between Darkest Hour and The Woman in the Window. And maybe some of that is like he had to bang off some rust, but Joe Wright has a clear language, clear style, like character, like drama based type storytelling. I know I hate it so much when I talk platitudes like this to all of you, but he's one of the guys. He's one of the director names you should know. So this movie's worth watching in the fun, in the attempt, and the interaction to figuring out the movie. Now everything else that comes from that is up to it's up to where you are as an audience member. Are you satisfied? Or are you not? It's like this is a satisfactory experience. I was satisfied. it's a good movie. It's worth watching. So hang tight. Episode 381. Ron Howard, Amy Adams, right? I mean, Amy Adams is collaborating with two incredible directors for her like Netflix work. I'm loving it. Next episode coming up very soon. I love you. And everyone, go to akapad.com and sign up for some Wolfpack trading cards. Join the AKA Pad Army. Thank you. Bye.